They call him the Wizard. And to baseball fans, no further introduction is required for Ozzie Smith. Almost by acclamation now, the greatest defensive shortstop in the long history of the game. 13 consecutive Gold Gloves more than attest to that. In all the years that I've been watching and broadcasting sports, any sport, I regard Ozzie as one of the most distinctive and memorable performers I've seen. And maybe because Ozzie performs with great flair, people forget the dedication, the practice, the work that's required to hone your skills and then maintain them for so long at that level. As an example, when Ozzie came into the big leagues, he wasn't much of an offensive threat. He made himself into a consistent 290 to 300 hitter, who now has more than 2,000 career hits, better than 500 lifetime stolen bases, a consistently high on-base percentage, an all-round asset to any team, to championship Cardinal teams of the 80s, in addition to all of his defensive skill. It began when he was just a youngster, a kid of 6 or 7 in love with baseball and determined to become as good as he could be. Constant practice, constant dedication to fundamentals and certain baseball principles brought Ozzie Smith to where he is today, a certain Hall of Famer. Now, there's no guarantee that you'll play in the big leagues, but whatever your level of ability, you can become better by paying attention to these fundamentals and principles as described by Ozzie Smith. And if you do, then it's just a short stop to success.
Hi, I'm Ozzie Smith. Baseball is a skill that you can learn and improve on. It's a skill that requires 2 simple ingredients, a real love for the game and the ability to have fun playing. I've worked long, hard hours to master the techniques of defensive playing. I've missed a few balls in my lifetime and scraped a few knees, and I've even taken a couple hard falls. But I picked myself up and I shook it off. I wasn't afraid to make mistakes. I was not afraid to fail. What I learned didn't happen overnight. I can show you some moves that will make the difference between being good and being the very best that you can be. I'd like to share some of those techniques with you, but remember this, every big league player made it by discipline, dedication, and hard work.
Well, let's go, let's get on the field, let's go!
We're going to play some ball, but first we need to warm up. Why don't you go on out to the field and I'll meet you out there. By the way, there are a few of my friends out there waiting for you. Exercise is important because it prevents injuries. It's important for you to be in the best shape that you can possibly be when they say play ball. But remember, check with your doctor before doing anything strenuous. I've always worked hard, and you don't start working hard today for tomorrow. It's something that I've worked on my whole career. I've always had to work hard because I wasn't born with a lot of size. So to keep myself in the shape that I am right now really actually started 10, 15 years ago. The stretching and strengthening of the lower back and hamstrings are vital to the overall success of a major league player. There are a number of exercises such as leg pullovers, groin stretches, and quadricep stretches that are also important to the performance of a professional athlete. The flexibility in the lower back, hamstrings, quadriceps, groin, and legs is where a player gets his power. Mackie, my personal trainer, has some secrets he'd like to share with you. Some secrets that have helped me become a better player.
Now in baseball, Ozzie, with his great throws, I have learned has tremendous command of his shoulder muscles. He does it by keeping his muscles in balance, both during the off-season and during the season. He does that with some simple exercises that you can do. Let me show you what I mean. When Ozzie throws the ball, he has to put his hand above his shoulder. Now, we don't want to do that in our exercising, and the reason is because too much hand above the shoulder causes some unnecessary strain, and it's part of the game. So why should our exercise program add or take away what he has to do in the game? Our exercise needs to support his program on the field. Therefore, when our exercises, our hand will stay below shoulder height. Let me show you what I mean. When he throws that ball, he turns that hand over. You pitchers, when you throw that fast ball or the curve like this, or some of the big leaguers do that changeup, the elbow and the fingers turn down like that. That's tremendous strain on the shoulder. How can we work it with our exercise plan? Like this. Hands out. Slight bend. Why? Because you don't throw like that. You've got to bend. So bend that hand. Put your thumbs up. Now I want you to rotate forward with the thumbs up. Why? Because when we go forward, we've got that thumb up on the ball. That hand is over, so go forward, rotating them both. Come on, let's put some life into this. We're big leaguers. If you don't think that way, you'll never get there. All right, now, going forward, we want to now change. Thumbs down. Because when you decelerate the ball, the thumb is down. So now we're going to turn the thumbs down. We're going to rotate backwards. Just like this. And look, raise those shoulders. Bring in those neck muscles. Raise those shoulders. But never do it up here. Never straight. Easy does it.
Trunk rotations are excellent exercises to help loosen up your power source. Remember that the upper and lower body are two different functional parts doing different things. The upper body turns while the lower body remains stationary to give you a good foundation. Don't forget that it's important to create a balance between your abdominal muscles and your lower back muscles.
I'm waiting for that ball right here. Let's rotate, rotate. Don't change your head position. Rotate, 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 backwards, back, again, back to position. Now, because our muscles that help us to turn work both ways in rotation, we must do it to the opposite side, even if you don't hit that way. So put the other foot forward, reverse your position. In other words, if I was like left foot up, right foot back, I want to put the right foot up and the left foot back. Now, I want to go the opposite way. Keep the chin here and rotate this way. And back, and back, and back. And keep turning. And what you're going to find is, as you go further, you're going to get greater rotation, but yet your chin is not going to change position. Good. Excellent. All right, now, guys, get in your center of gravity position of fielding. If Ozzie were going to be at his shortstop position, give me that position right there. All right, now, get in that position. I want you to center yourself by tightening your buttocks muscle and tightening your stomach. All right, so I'm in a power position like that. I want your hands on your sides. Here we go. Stretch to the left, back up, stretch back, back to the center, to the right, back up. Let me show you something. We're going to lie down on the ground, because watch when I run. My leg goes up and down, and my other leg goes up and down. In other words, I'm raising and stepping. Raising and stepping. All right? So let's lie down on the ground. Everyone lie this way. I'm going to lie down. I'm going to keep my back flat. I'm going to put a slight bend in my left leg. All right? Now push your back down, and I'm going to bring the right leg in and stretch. And back down. Now I'm going to bring the left leg in and stretch and back down, and do it again. This is not running. Bring the right leg in and stretch it. Take the pressure off your back and down, and the left leg in and back down. All right, guys, let me show you one we're going to do that we make the major leaguers do to strengthen their back muscles and their buttocks muscles, which is their source of power at the plate or pitching. All right, I'm going to put my legs up. I'm going to put my hands on my stomach, and we're going to do something called building or raising the bridge. I want you to bridge up and hold, squeezing the buttocks and the stomach, and back down, and raise the bridge again, and back down, and one more time. Raise up and down. Great, there you have it. Now you're doing exactly what the big leaguers are doing. Guys, let me tell you, I've enjoyed myself here. I've got to run off. I've got to get to the ballpark. I've got some major leaguers waiting for me. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I'm going to see you in the big leagues.
All right. Mackey's got to run. Thank you, Mackey.
Thank you, Ozzie.
All right.
I'll see you.
Guys, let's take some laps, okay? See you, Mackey.
All right, guys. Have fun.
Here we go. Remember that exercising can get boring, but is very important for the longevity of a player.